You now need a car, albeit a 5-year-old one, to be considered to be living adequately in Britain. That's according to a big public survey carried out for the Joseph Rowntree Foundation. It found the average family with 2 children would need to earn nearly £37,000 a year before tax to be able to afford the goods and services people now think necessary for an acceptable standard of living. But 1 in 4 people in Britain receive less income than that, as our Home Editor Mark Easton reports.
The research relies on the wisdom of crowds. Panels of ordinary people were asked to decide what amounts to a minimum acceptable standard of living in modern Britain. For example, is a car a need or a nice to have? Back in 2008, when the exercise was first conducted, the view was that people living in towns and cities could get by with public transport. Now, with rising fares, the panels decided a 5-year-old hatchback makes better financial sense outside London. On the roof of your car, incidentally, you should be able to fit a storage box for that 1-week self-catering holiday in the UK. The panels were asked to put together a list of everything that people need, from a scrubbing brush to a toothbrush. And they were encouraged to think about bargains. So, having decided that, yes, a mobile phone these days is a necessity, they suggested you buy one with a built-in camera, so you don't have to buy that separately anymore. When all the needs identified were added up, the minimum earnings for a family of 4 with both parents working worked out at just under £37,000 a year. For a single working-age adult, minimum earnings would need to be £16,400. That means more than a quarter of people in Britain, 17 million, don't have enough income to reach the level the public think is required for an acceptable living standard. Those on benefits don't come close.
If really that number of people are living at a standard which most people say is not acceptable, we as society need to wake up and think, what does this mean? What does it mean for their children, their families and their future?
In today's harsher economic climate, the panels cut back on some items in the 2008 list. The budget for eating out or takeaways has fallen to £90 a year for a family of 4. Cash for Christmas and birthday presents has been cut. But computers and access to the internet are now considered necessities for all working-age families. So what do the shoppers at this superstore think? Can a family of 4 have a decent life on 37 grand a year?
Yeah, I'd say it's decent, yeah. Yeah, 37.
You could survive on that?
You can, yeah.
37 grand a year? No.
Can't do it?
I don't think they can do it, no. Not that, no. Personally, no. Not in this day and age.
Well, you can't live for less than that, really.
You're on less than that,
I am less than that.
So you're struggling?
Yeah, we are struggling, yeah.
A TV is allowed, just free view, not satellite or cable. Cigarettes or tobacco? None. But a couple would be entitled to 4 cans of lager and a bottle of wine a week. The minimum acceptable income calculated by the public panels is, in real terms, almost exactly the same as 4 years ago. What's changed is that 3 million more people in Britain now don't have the money to meet it. Mark Easton, BBC News.